I have to accept this view of reality that's totally meaningless, but I can't actually live without meaning. So
Mm.
in our version, I have to make up meaning. Like in the earlier world, meaning was constantly breathed into you by God. Everything was full of meaning. And you were full of meaning, not because you had to make it up, because God is speaking your meaning into the
Yes.
world right now. But if you say meaning is not out there at all, but only in here, and if you also have a totally privatized, individualized version of meaning,
Mm.
then if you were to have any, this is existentialism essentially. If you can have any meaning, you have to make it all up for yourself. So your generation, I mean, has been given this intolerable burden of creating their own meaning every
Mm.
day.
Mm.
And then you think, oh, that one was crap. I was in my goth phase. Now I'll be in this, or I'll be this. Do you know what I mean? And you're constantly under hyper anxiety. A, you have to make up the
Oh.
meaning. And B, you have to simultaneously believe that the meaning is meaningless in the end because
Mm.
there's no meaning out there. That's what being disenchanted means. I mean, C.S. Lewis described it in the 1920s. He says, looking back, he wrote it in the 1950s, looking back his life in the 20s when he was a secular philosophy don, he said, the two hemispheres of my mind were in the sharpest contrast.
Mm.
On the one hand, a many-islanded sea of poetry and myth. On the other, a glib and shallow rationalism. Nearly everything I loved I believed to be imaginary. Nearly everything I believed to be true I thought grim and meaningless.